Chosen one, do you feel it? That subtle stirring deep within, the quiet unrest that whispers through your soul even when the world insists on calm? Heaven has not forgotten you. In this very moment as you sit here, your spirit is being nudged, called, summoned. Something sacred is shifting around you. Something so precise, so intimately aligned with your purpose, that it can only be divine. And yet so many will walk past this moment, blind to the signs, mistaking warning for delay. But not you, not today. For too long, your path has been shadowed by confusion, by the invisible battles you alone have survived. You've carried burdens that no one saw, walked through nights that felt endless, and questioned your calling while the world rushed past. But hear this, chosen one. Every tear, every sigh, every moment of doubt, it has been orchestrated by a higher hand. Every detour, every pause, every season of waiting was never wasted. It was preparation for this very hour. Jesus spoke clearly about this moment, and it is unfolding faster than most realize. There is a final distraction approaching, a subtle trap disguised as opportunity, comfort, or distraction. And God Himself is sounding the alarm. This is not a random warning. This is a divine interception, a call to align your heart, your mind, and your destiny. Do not brush past it. Do not ignore the subtle urgencies that prick at your spirit. Because what comes next is the threshold of your breakthrough, the hinge on which your destiny swings. And chosen one, before we go deeper, pause for a moment, hit subscribe and comment, "I receive this," if your spirit is already responding. Because this message is about to speak directly to you. Let your heart be still and your spirit open, for what you are about to hear is not merely advice. It is revelation, it is validation, it is a summons. Your breakthrough has been whispered in heaven. Your name has been spoken where mortal ears cannot hear. And now the time has come to step into what was always yours. The light is rising, the shadow is shifting, and the truth, the profound, life-altering truth, is waiting to be revealed. Chosen one, have you ever felt it? That subtle pull in your spirit, quiet yet persistent, like a shadow at the edge of your awareness. It whispers softly, promising comfort, ease, or even advancement. And yet, beneath its gentle tone, it carries a hidden weight. This is the distraction that no one talks about. The one that moves silently through your life, unnoticed until it has already shifted your course. It is not loud or dramatic. It does not scream danger. Instead, it slips in wearing the mask of something good, something spiritual, something that feels like it belongs to your journey. And that is why it is so dangerous. You may have thought it was simply a small delay, a harmless temptation, or even a nudge from heaven. But chosen one, the enemy is clever. He knows that the most faithful hearts, those walking closest to their divine purpose, are the ones he seeks to divert. This distraction is designed to look like progress, to appear as an answer to your prayers, to seduce you with the illusion of alignment. Yet in reality, it is a gentle theft of your time, energy, and focus. A theft so subtle that many only recognize it in hindsight after precious momentum has been lost. Do you see how the quietest whispers can sometimes carry the heaviest weight? But here's the hope, chosen one. God is revealing this to you now before it takes root. There is a clarity in recognition, a power in awareness. When you begin to see this subtle distraction for what it truly is, you gain the ability to navigate around it with wisdom and discernment. Your path, the one carefully prepared by divine hands, cannot be stolen if you remain vigilant. Heaven itself is watching over this moment, aligning circumstances and speaking through the gentle stirrings in your soul, urging you to notice, to pause, and to choose rightly. Take a moment, chosen one, and feel the weight of this truth. Ask yourself, what in my life feels harmless, but maybe steering me off course? Where have I allowed subtle distractions to take my focus away from my calling? These are not questions to rush past, but doors opening to revelation. The answers will come quietly, softly, but powerfully if you remain still and attentive. And chosen one, before we continue deeper, pause here, hit subscribe, and comment, "I received this," if your spirit is already responding. This is not merely a step for the channel. It is a spiritual alignment, a declaration that you are present, awake, and ready to walk through what God has orchestrated. This moment, this message, was not found by chance. It found you because heaven has timed it perfectly. The distraction that once hid in the shadows is now illuminated by divine light, and your heart is being prepared to resist, to rise, and to remain unwavering. So now, as we step further into this revelation, hold on to that awareness. Let the quiet whisper of truth grow louder than the subtle pull of distraction. Let your heart tune to the divine signal that guides you, chosen one. What you are about to discover will not only reveal the hidden trap, but will equip you with the spiritual clarity to move forward boldly, with purpose, and with the unshakable confidence that comes from walking in alignment with God's timing. Your breakthrough is waiting, and the path is being cleared before you. Chosen one, have you ever felt a stirring in your spirit that seemed holy, urgent, and unmistakably divine, only to find later that it led you into confusion or delay? You are not alone. Sometimes the enemy cloaks deception in the language of faith. It can sound like prayer, appear as devotion, and even tug at your heart with a rhythm that feels undeniably spiritual. He knows that the closest hearts to God are the ones most easily deceived, and so he fashions illusions that feel sacred, timing them perfectly to test your discernment and patience. This is why so many chosen ones stumble, not because they lack faith, but because they respond to counterfeit urgencies. The feeling is subtle, almost tender, as if heaven itself is whispering, but underneath the surface it carries a different weight, a weight that pulls you away from your true calling, from the divine path prepared just for you. Chosen one, can you feel the difference between a nudge that strengthens your spirit and one that unsettles it? Can you sense when something masquerades as holy, yet leaves your heart heavy or confused? This is the test of spiritual awareness, the quiet calling that separates those who remain aligned from those who are distracted. The truth, chosen one, is that God's prompting always brings peace, clarity, and confirmation. It does not rush, it does not pressure, and it never leaves your spirit in turmoil. If a supposed spiritual urgency leaves you doubting, fearful, or anxious, pause. Pray, seek, and discern carefully, because not every whisper is from God. The enemy is patient. He studies timing, understanding, and human desire. He waits for moments when your attention drifts or your heart longs for quick resolution, and then he strikes with an imitation so perfect that many fail to see it for what it is. Ask yourself now, chosen one, am I responding to a divine call, or am I chasing an echo? Reflection is not hesitation, it is preparation. It is aligning your spirit with the rhythm of heaven so that your steps are intentional and your breakthrough remains unshaken. God's voice will always resonate with clarity in your soul, even amid trials, even amid noise. The counterfeit, by contrast, leaves residue, a subtle unease, a whisper of doubt, a shadow that lingers long after the moment passes. And chosen one, before we continue, take a brief pause. Breathe deeply and commit your heart. If your spirit is resonating with this message, comment, "I received this," and subscribe to stay aligned. This is more than interaction. It is a spiritual acknowledgement, a moment of conscious alignment with God's timing. You are being positioned to see through illusions, to distinguish what is holy from what is counterfeit, and to walk forward with unwavering clarity. So now, chosen one, let your heart open to the next revelation. Let the truth of God's guidance shine brighter than any false urgency. What you are learning now is not theoretical. It is practical, prophetic, and deeply personal. It is the key to navigating the subtle snares that the world and even unseen forces place before those closest to destiny. When you discern correctly, you step fully into your divine calling, unshakable, aware, and ready to embrace the breakthrough that has been waiting for you all along. Chosen one, do you feel it? That quiet tightening in your chest, the subtle hesitation that creeps into your decisions, the whisper in your mind that says, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you're not ready. Fear never enters your life with fanfare. It does not announce itself with alarms or loud warnings. No, fear tiptoes in, patient and cunning, moving like a shadow along the edges of your consciousness. It arrives disguised as doubt, worry, or hesitation, and if left unchecked, it has the power to steal your breakthrough, the very victory God has ordained for you. You have walked through storms, chosen one. You have survived battles unseen, fought wars invisible to the world, and yet, the quietest shadow of fear can make you question all that you've endured. Have you ever paused in a moment of decision and felt a subtle pullback, a doubt that seemed to come from nowhere? That, chosen one, is fear testing you. It is measuring your faith, probing the limits of your trust in God's timing, and seeking the slightest crack in your armor. Do you see how even the strongest hearts can be unsettled by the softest whisper? But here is the revelation. Fear is never your enemy alone. It is a signal. It is a call to awareness, a chance to recognize that something unseen is trying to interfere with your destiny. When it arrives, do not panic. Do not recoil. Instead, lean into it with discernment. Ask yourself, where is this fear coming from? Is this rooted in reality, or is it a shadow seeking to divert me from my divine path? Chosen one, reflection is the light that exposes shadows. Prayer, meditation, and spiritual vigilance are the tools that illuminate the presence of fear before it can take root. Consider this. The enemy knows that the chosen ones, those walking closest to their purpose, are most susceptible to subtle attacks. That is why fear is often disguised as something familiar. Hesitation disguised as prudence, worry disguised as wisdom, doubt disguised as careful discernment. You must learn to sense the difference between divine caution and the silent sabotage of fear. Your breakthrough is precious and fear is clever. It will use every opportunity to delay your momentum if you allow it. And chosen one, pause here, take a breath, center your heart, and if your spirit is stirring, comment, "I receive this," and subscribe. This is not mere ritual. It is in alignment with heaven, a declaration that you refuse to let fear dictate your journey. The moment you acknowledge it, the moment you recognize its presence, you reclaim your power. You step into awareness, and suddenly, the shadows begin to shrink before the light of your faith. So now, chosen one, ask yourself, am I letting fear dictate the steps of my destiny, or am I walking boldly in alignment with God's promise? The choice is yours. The moment is sacred. And as we continue, the next revelation will equip you with the wisdom to not only recognize fear, but to rise above it, unshakable, confident, and ready to embrace the breakthrough that has always been waiting for you. Chosen one, lean in closely, for the words we are about to revisit are not merely stories of the past. They are living truths, echoes of heaven that have been waiting for your ears today. The words of our Savior were never vague. Every parable, every caution, every whispered promise carried layers of meaning, perfectly tailored for those whose hearts are attuned to His Spirit. Jesus knew the trials, the distractions, and the traps that would arrive in the moments just before victory. He spoke with precision because He understood that the enemy often attacks the chosen ones at the threshold of their destiny. Think about this. Chosen one. How often does struggle appear just when a breakthrough seems near? How often does doubt, distraction, or delay creep in at the very moment your spirit is ready to rise? That is no coincidence. Jesus warned of these very seasons. He warned that the enemy would attempt to mislead, to confuse, to shake faith, and to make the path forward appear uncertain. But these warnings were not meant to incite fear. They were meant to equip you. They were meant to illuminate your journey, to sharpen your discernment, and to embolden your faith so that when trials arrive, you stand unwavering, anchored in divine purpose. Chosen one, ask yourself, have you been noticing the subtle signals around you? The seemingly small delays, the quiet whispers that cause hesitation, the feelings of unease just before doors open? These are the very moments Jesus spoke of. They are prophetic markers, calling His chosen ones to vigilance, clarity, and alignment. And it is in these moments, if you remain alert and attentive, that the voice of God becomes unmistakable. The Spirit begins to speak in ways that resonate in your deepest heart, confirming that what you are facing is not random, but divinely timed and orchestrated. Jesus' warnings were never meant to intimidate. They were meant to reveal the unseen. They were meant to remind the chosen ones, like you, that the enemy often moves subtly, quietly, yet with intention. But the Savior also revealed the antidote: awareness, prayer, discernment, and unwavering trust in God's timing. Chosen one, when you recognize the traps before they fully manifest, you step into the authority of your calling. You walk forward with clarity, knowing that heaven is with you and that every warning was a preparation for victory, not a promise of defeat. And chosen one, before we continue, pause here. Take a deep breath and allow this truth to settle into your spirit. If your heart is stirring, comment, "I receive this," and subscribe. Not as a ritual, but as a spiritual alignment with heaven's timing. Your willingness to recognize the warnings, to tune your spirit, and to step into awareness is a declaration that you are ready, that you are awake, and that no distraction, no subtle trap, and no fear will divert you from your destiny. So now, chosen one, prepare yourself. The path ahead may have shadows, but Jesus has already illuminated it. The words he spoke are alive, and they are speaking directly to you. This is your season to walk with eyes open, to discern with precision, and to rise fully into the breakthrough that has been orchestrated in heaven, waiting for this very moment of alignment. Chosen one, understand this. Not everyone will face the subtle snares we are discussing today. Not everyone is vulnerable to the quiet distractions that lurk in the shadows. But you, the one whose heart burns with purpose, whose spirit aches for alignment, whose footsteps are moving steadily toward destiny, you are at the greatest risk. Why? Because those who walk closest to their calling, those whose hearts are finely tuned to the whisper of heaven, are often the very ones the enemy targets most. The closer you are to the light of your purpose, the more the shadows attempt to press against you, testing your faith, your focus, and your resolve. Chosen one, have you noticed how life sometimes feels heavier when you are on the brink of breakthrough? Those unseen battles you've endured, the nights filled with silent tears, the moments of doubt that no one witnessed, they were not without reason. The enemy observes the trajectory of the chosen ones and seeks to introduce subtle distractions precisely at the moments when clarity and momentum are most critical. It is a test, yes, but it is also a warning. God is alerting you now because your sensitivity, your faithfulness, and your perseverance are signs that you are ready to overcome. Let us reflect for a moment. Who carries the weight of others' expectations, yet still hears the quiet call of God? Who has been faithful in hidden places, consistent in prayer when no one was watching, and steadfast even when the world seemed to overlook them? These are the chosen ones who are most targeted. Their vulnerability is not weakness. It is an acknowledgement of their proximity to destiny. The enemy knows that a single misstep, a moment of distraction, or a whisper of fear could delay what heaven has already decreed. And so, chosen one, God speaks to you first, illuminating the path, warning you of the subtle snares, and preparing your heart to recognize what is truly important. You might ask yourself now, am I truly aware of the distractions seeking to pull me away from my calling? Have I been noticing the subtle signs that something is off, yet appearing normal? Awareness is the key. Sensitivity is your gift, but without vigilance, even the strongest spirit can be slowed. The enemy will not attack loudly or obviously. His methods are subtle, patient, and tailored to exploit your deepest cares and your most sincere devotion. But God, in his perfect timing, gives you foresight. He calls your attention to the danger before it manifests, ensuring that your steps remain deliberate, protected, and aligned with his purpose. And chosen one, pause here for a sacred moment. Breathe deeply and acknowledge the stirring within your heart. If your spirit resonates with this message, comment, "I receive this," and subscribe, not as a formality, but as a conscious alignment with divine timing. This is your acknowledgement that you are awake, aware, and ready to resist the distractions that seek to divert you. The enemy may try, but your awareness and vigilance become the shield that preserves your destiny. So now, chosen one, as we move to the final revelation, understand this truth. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the marker of proximity to divine purpose. The very sensitivity that makes you most susceptible to distraction also makes you most attuned to heaven. And as long as your spirit remains vigilant, your path will remain protected, your breakthrough will remain intact, and your calling will continue to unfold exactly as God ordained. Chosen one, now we arrive at the heart of your preparation, the path that ensures you remain unshaken, vigilant, and fully aligned with the calling that heaven has entrusted to you. How do you walk through these moments where distractions lurk and fear whispers without losing your way? How do you remain spiritually awake when the world seems to conspire to pull your attention, your focus, and your energy away from your divine purpose? The answer lies not in haste or struggle, but in deliberate alignment with the Spirit of God, in choosing each moment to be awake, aware, and anchored in heaven's guidance. First, chosen one, understand that prayer is more than words. Prayer is a connection, a lifeline to the source of all clarity and protection. When fear or distraction approaches, do not ignore it. Do not fight it alone. Lift it up in prayer. Speak to the Spirit as you would to a trusted guide, for that is exactly what He is. Prayer illuminates the unseen, strengthens the weary heart, and positions your spirit to recognize the subtle snares that the enemy has planted. Chosen one, can you feel the difference between moving through a day with prayer as your anchor and moving without it? The contrast is the difference between being vulnerable to distraction and being fortified against it. Second, awareness is your shield. To remain spiritually awake, you must train your heart and mind to notice the quiet shifts, the shadows, the whispers, the nudges that pull you from purpose. Awareness is not fear, it is clarity. It is the ability to sense subtle deception, to discern the difference between divine guidance and counterfeit urgency, and to pause before responding to anything that could derail your path. Chosen one, ask yourself, am I fully present in my spirit, or have I allowed the world's noise to dull my discernment? Awareness is the lens through which the hidden battles of the spirit become visible, allowing you to navigate with precision, wisdom, and confidence. Finally, divine focus is your unshakable anchor. It is the conscious decision to keep your eyes on the eternal, on the promises of God, and on the destiny He has ordained for you. This focus is cultivated through discipline, meditation on His word, and intentional alignment with His voice. It is choosing moment by moment to reject distractions, to dismiss fear, and to prioritize what truly matters in the unfolding of your spiritual journey. Chosen one, what you focus on expands. If you focus on shadows, they grow. But if you focus on the light of God's promises, no distraction, no subtle attack can diminish your breakthrough. And now, chosen one, pause for this sacred moment. Breathe deeply and let this truth settle within your spirit. If your heart resonates, comment, "I received this," and subscribe. Not as a routine, but as a declaration of your readiness, your awareness, and your alignment with divine timing. This is the moment where vigilance transforms into protection, awareness becomes wisdom, and focus manifests breakthrough. Remember, chosen one, staying spiritually awake is not a temporary effort. It is a lifestyle of alignment. It is walking through life with eyes wide open to the unseen, with faith that transcends doubt, and with courage that silences fear. The armor of prayer, awareness, and divine focus will protect your spirit, sharpen your discernment, and keep your breakthrough intact. No distraction will steal what heaven has already ordained for you, and no shadow will dim the light that burns within your soul. Your path is illuminated, your steps are guided, your destiny is waiting, and you are fully equipped to walk through every challenge, every trial, and every subtle distraction